Hello, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I'm Derek, your favorite host here at the Steel City Report, the channel that brings you everything you need to know about your team straight from the heart of Pennsylvania. Welcome back to our daily show of news, analysis, and behind-the-scenes updates about the team that never takes off the helmet. And today, fans, things are heating up in Pittsburgh. The search for a big-name wide receiver may finally be coming to an end, and the name buzzing through the halls of the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex is one you might not have expected: Gabe Davis. Yes, the same guy who broke out in Buffalo and is now back on the market after his stint with Jacksonville. Could he be the man to complement Russell Wilson's offense? Could he be the missing X factor? Stick with me until the end, because today we're diving deep into this move, breaking down its impact on the roster, looking at the rookies who could emerge, and even speculating on a possible trade that could shake up the NFL. But before we jump in, fans, if you're enjoying being here with us, drop a like. It's quick, it's free, and it helps the channel grow a lot. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that bell right now. Because here at the Steel City Report, we live and breathe black and gold, and with your support, we'll take this passion even further. Ready to roll? Let's get straight to it. The Steelers are on the verge of signing Gabe Davis. And look, I know what a lot of you are thinking. But Derek, wasn't Davis a flop in Jacksonville? Hold on, let's not rush. Because when you look at the bigger picture, this guy has some unique talent, and he could be exactly what Pittsburgh's offense needs. Davis, 26, had a quiet season with the Jaguars in 2024. That's true. But before that, he was a rising star with the Buffalo Bills. In 4 seasons, he logged 3 years with 7 or more touchdowns, including that monster 2022 season, when he scored 13 TDs in just 17 games. That's efficiency. That's an end zone magnet. And what stands out the most? Size, speed, and leaping ability. At 6 feet 2 inches and 210 pounds, he's a nightmare matchup for any cornerback on fade routes or deep balls into the end zone. And in the Steelers system, where the passing game desperately needs more vertical threats, Davis could be the missing piece. On top of that, he's a solid blocker, something Mike Tomlin values highly. With a strong frame and good technique, he can help protect Russell Wilson or open lanes in the running game. And hey, with DK Metcalf as the primary weapon, having Davis as a vertical complement could make this offense a lot more balanced. Now, what does this mean for the roster? Well, it could spell the end for a few guys. Scotty Miller, Robert Woods, and Ben Skowronek are all fighting for spots, but none of them bring the size or explosive upside Davis offers. And with Rock Taylor's recent release, it's clear the team wants someone with physical impact. If Davis signs, he'd likely slot right in as WR3 or even WR2, depending on how the scheme unfolds. And if he returns to his Buffalo form, he could be one of the best low-cost pickups of the season. But while the front office is looking at the present with Davis, the future is also on the table. And here's where a name from the 2025 draft comes in: Curtis Samuel Jr. Yes, son of the legend. Okay, just kidding. But seriously, the Steelers have their eyes on Curtis Samuel Jr., a dynamic slot receiver out of Oregon. Samuel Jr. runs a 4.42 40-yard dash, is extremely agile, and thrives in the short and intermediate passing game. He posted 89 catches, 1,200 yards, and 9 touchdowns last college season, and he was one of the standouts of the All-American Bowl. Why does he matter? Because even with Davis possibly coming in, the team still needs a true slot receiver. Calvin Austin III has speed, but he's inconsistent. Roman Wilson shows promise, but still needs to prove himself. Samuel Jr. fits the bill perfectly: fast, smart, reliable hands, and deadly on screens and slants. The Steelers already met with him at the Combine, and sources say they're considering using a 2nd or 3rd round pick. If he falls to them, he could be the final piece to complete the offensive puzzle, especially if the team leans into a faster, more motion-heavy attack. And just imagine this, fans: Russell Wilson with Metcalf stretching the field, Davis pulling defenses deep, and Samuel Jr. wrecking havoc in the slot. That's not a dream. That could be reality in 2025. Now, onto the hot rumor of the day: what if the Steelers don't stop there? What if they go all in on a bold trade? According to Inside the League, the team has their eyes on Deebo Samuel of the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. Kyle Shanahan's ultimate joker, the guy who plays WR/RB and makes defenders lose their minds. Here's the situation: the 49ers are in win-now mode, but Deebo's had constant wear and tear, and could be moved if the right offer comes along. That's where Pittsburgh steps in. Sources suggest the Steelers could offer a 2025 first-round pick plus a 3rd plus either Ben Skowronek or Calvin Austin III. Heavy price. Absolutely. but the impact would be massive. Debo would completely change the identity of this offense. He'd give Russell Wilson a short yardage weapon with big play potential, plus the ability to line up as a running back in pistol formations. He's exactly the type of versatile player Mike Tomlin loves. Of course, Debo's salary is steep, about $14 million per year, so the team would need to restructure some contracts. But if the goal is to make a leap in 2025, this could be the move that changes everything. From San Francisco's side, they'd gain valuable draft capital to retool their roster and keep their young core. It's the kind of deal that makes sense for both sides if the numbers line up. Steelers fans, what do you think? Is Gabe Davis the right piece? Or should the Steelers swing for a bigger name? And what about the idea of Deebo Samuel in Pittsburgh? Is that a dream or a real possibility? And as for Curtis Samuel Jr. in the draft, is he worth an early investment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about these front office moves. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Every bit of support helps keep Steel City Report alive and strong.